So, I've been trying to extract some ideas from this wonderful work, from this wonderful composer. In my opinion, one of the greatest of all time, Goat. G-O-A-T. Anyway, this, the way Bach wrote music, it just sounds so sublime. The way the notes move and the way they work together, and I was like, it wasn't just enough for me to just learn it and play it, even though I still have a lot of work to do with that. I wanted to kind of do a deep dive on some of the compositional elements in the way I understand them, and I came across a way that I think is really neat to work on how to practice voice leading, like in particular contrary motion. Okay, contrary motion is when a line is going in opposite directions. Okay, and in particular I'm thinking about the melody in relation to the bass. So if I want to work on something purely in a particular tonality, harmonic minor is something that I was just doing at the beginning of this video. I want to take a certain note in that scale. Let's E harmonic minor. So I'm going to make the bass go down, and the melody go up from that same note. And I can switch octaves to sort of keep it going, like you know what I mean. So and it becomes this really interesting puzzle to try and fill in the notes in between the melody and the bass with nice sounding notes that maybe, what would Bach do? W, W, B, D. So let's say we start with the root, okay? And then when you go to the 7 in the bass, you go to the 2 in the melody. In this case, it's it would be a minor dyad, even though it's part of a diminished chord. You don't really know that yet, and then you go to the flat 6, or the 6 of the key. And then, so the bass went 1, 7, 6, and the melody is going to go 1, 2, 3, and then you can can fill in the notes with, so you have this outer shell, right? And on guitar, you sort of have to be careful about what you pick and choose. I mean, you don't have a whole lot of options. In this case, I have one string, or I could do two strings, I guess, like this. Anyway, my point is, you have to be judicious in the note that you fill it in with, or the notes that you fill it in with. So in this case, I can do a E, or I can even do a D sharp, which would give it enharmonically the same as a C minor triad, which is still in the key, So let's see what both of those sound like. So, and then the other way. That might be appropriate too, depending on what kind of emotional content you want. And then the bass is going to go down to the 5, and the melody is going to go up to the 4. So in relation to the B, that A is a flat 7. So you can kind of think of it as like, okay, what can I do there? You can do this. You can do there's all kinds of notes you can fill it in the middle with. So it's kind of nice. And then when you get to the next note, now they're a little bit more spread out. So you have more chances to do some stuff if you want to. I mean, it's going to be pretty muddy. So I'll just do this one. Or you can even do this. Maybe, I don't know. You can even do that or that, And then it goes to the C, and then the G in the bass. So you can either do like this, like a C chord with the G in the bass. You could even do like this kind of major 7 of the G. Kind of sounds like a suspended kind of thing. Anyway, there's a lot of options, and it becomes this really neat sort of puzzle to see how pretty you can make it. Like how and as it continues. Let me continue. So let's see. That's something that Bach would use. Kind of this, what would it be, like a D sharp diminished with an F sharp in the bass. It kind of looks like this B7 chord. One thing with guitar players, we sort of have to recognize shapes that we know, but be careful not to just go for the big old cowboy shape. Since we're working on voice leading, we want to be concerned about what each individual note is doing. And by the time it gets to the root, you're back to the one again. The bass and the melody are the same. Now there's like an octave separating them, so you can keep going and you have more options for color. What do we have now? This is a C major 7 chord. It sounds like a jazz chord, right? But Bach did use that from time to time. He's probably not thinking of C major 7. He's probably thinking of just like I said, he's thinking of voice leading. So he's thinking of does like an E minor triad. And then what would it be after that? Let's see here. You could go to this A minor, this B in the bass. It kind of has this B7 sus flat 9 vibe. So I kind of like that. Then it could do this. It gets a little far if I want to do that note. It gets a little stretchy. But I guess I could do this. if I can do that very easily, but so that's basically a B7 with an A in the bass. You know, and you can keep it going, you know, to whatever chord. You know, you've got this C and this G, and you can do like the E minor in the middle. You know, like a maybe that's too not good. You can do the C major triad in the middle. You could even do like, I don't know. Let's see what a B7 flat 9 in the middle sounds like. You know, that's something maybe if you want a lot of tension. Yeah. Anyway, there's all kinds of experimentation you can do, and just kind of keep track of what sounds good to you, and maybe work some of them out. So let me play for you. I'll just start from the 1. I'll go 1, and then the 2, the 3, the 4, the 5, the 6, and the 7. And you know, you've got different outer notes to work with. And anyway, try it. Okay? I'll see you at the end. Starting from the root. Two. Three. 4. Six. So there you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Starting note. Does that make sense? And I think it's a really neat way to practice these voice leading-ish voicings, and it will bless you. Okay, I'll see you later.